Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Connor. Here's my father,
Kevin.
And today we are covering, would you say this is a highly anticipated, highly requested record?
Let me just have a
If you looked at your Excel spreadsheet of request, would you say this is close to the top?
It's probably top number 2.
Okay.
Guaranteed, no doubt. When you were away in the UK one day, I did a Pink Floyd stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here, I believe.
Yeah.
And with Harlow, it was inundated in the chat. And I'm like, we're listening to Pink Floyd. I'll make a note of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I made a note of it. And
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yes. And I did have I forget the name of the song, but I did listen to a snippet of a song called American something.
American Teenager?
Yes, American Teenager. Yeah, I listened to a snippet of that and on stream, and I thought it was fucking solid. When it's hyped up a lot, there's always there's a possibility for a letdown. So what I'm doing here is I actually showered this morning.
I saw.
I shaved. I'm very clean. I've just purged my soul of any feelings, and I'm going in completely raw.
Raw dog in it.
Raw dog in it and open. And how about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing the same. I know a few Ethel Cain songs. I'm very familiar with her as an artist just through people talking about her, her music, her modeling, a lot of stuff. I've heard her name thrown around everywhere. I don't even think I know American Teenager. This will be all like fresh. You said you were quite interested with Ethel Cain just because of a little bit of her story of the behind this record specifically, and
yes, and I have a screenshot here. I don't remember shit like you, right?
Yeah, well, I don't actually remember that much. I remember you said that she created this name,
this character,
Ethel Cain.
Yeah, and it was a really old-sounding name that she wanted to use.
Yes, yeah.
Right, and Ethel Cain. Right. The first message this morning was from one of our viewers. Yes, and so this gives a basic synopsis of this album. Okay. This album is the first in a trilogy about Ethel Cain and her family tree. The whole premise is on intergenerational trauma, religious trauma, and living in America. The next albums are supposed to be about Ethel's mother and grandmother. The record is set in 1991, a decade after the death of Ethel's father. So there's some lore here, right? Sort of like what we've been going through with 21 Pilots, right?
Yeah, well, 21 Pilots was a lot of fucking... Did you see that 7-minute video someone sent us?
Oh, jeez.
I like to know a little bit of it, of course, of what's going on, but I like to kind of go into it just fresh and then do all the research later. That's the fun part for me is, diving into a record on my 3rd, 4th, 5th listen.
Yes. We will listen to it and we will figure it out ourselves. We did graduate grade 8, right?
Yes, both of us.
Both of us.
Same class.
Same class, yeah.
Track number 1, Family Tree, and then in brackets, intro.
These crosses all over my body.
Holy fuck. I just about started crying.
Just through her voice there.
Then Christ forgive these wounds I'm hiding. But he cannot escape his mother's blood.
Lots of verb I love though. Wow.
Right away. Huge.
I feel like she's in this massive cathedral.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh shit. Look at
Got tears.
Crazy.
You're tearing up on track 1.
that was fucking great. Her vocals just moved me.
Those drums are
Fucking great. You notice everything's verbed, eh?
Yeah.
Reverb over the whole track.
Well, that's That's one way to open an album.
Fuck me, man. Okay, maybe people were right.
Yeah, we've had a lot of comments saying you guys gotta fucking hurry up and do this record now. Hey, one track in. I agree. We should have hurried up and done this record.
Wow.
That was a beautiful way to set the tone. I don't know what we're in for, but if it's anything like that, I'm strapped in, seatbelt. Let's do it. I'm excited.
I right away, right in this moment, I feel like we're starting a book.
Yeah.
I really do.
Or a movie.
I don't finish a lot of books, you know.
You give me giving you books and you get halfway. You finished the eel book.
I finished the eel book, yeah.
Oh yeah, props
the book of eels, yeah. I just want to read this though. Family Tree Info sets the stage for the 76-minute. Get ready, you're gonna have to pee maybe. The 76-minute epic that is Preacher's Daughter. Over 13 tracks that we learn the story of Ethel Cain, set in 1991. The album details the character's troubled relationship with religion, her old flame, her father, a preacher, a beloved member of the community, even 10 years after his death, and her eventual kidnapping and murder. So we know that what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Now it's really important to see how that
plays
out in envelopes. And that was, I just want to say about the reverb. We opened and like right away, who did I get? I got a bit of a feeling of Florence and the Machine.
Oh yeah,
her vocals, right?
Vocals, yeah.
Yeah.
I instantly got, and this might just be like recency bias because I was just at their concert, but Godspeed, You Black Emperor, very drone music. That's a style, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Drone prog.
Yeah.
I got that kind of feeling with the drums and how they were just kind of building, and it felt like it was going somewhere. And it was a short track. I do see that there's some like 7 and 9 minute songs on here, so I'm assuming that. Yeah, I'm hoping that there's more like that kind of just build and build.
Yes, the album starts with just those vocals. It really pulls in the listener, and it yanked me in and made me cry. And it was just done.
Not lyrically, just how beautiful it was.
How beautiful to hear someone, a human's voice come out like that.
Yeah, no, I can't even imagine seeing that live.
I'm very emotional today. This is maybe not the good album for me.
She's here in a couple months, which I think the tickets are sold out, but we got to find resale or
so we can sneak in.
Yeah.
we both go to sneaking in. I'll carry the drill. You carry a ladder and 2 Visi vests.
Yeah, we're there to repair the.
Yeah, there's a washroom repair.
The flux
the flux capacitor.
Yeah. I've seen people do that on YouTube. I'm here to fix the flux capacitor. And they're like, oh yeah, come on back.
My brother always used to use the alleged Gurker valve. He made that up. He goes, I gotta fix the alleged Gurker valve.
You shouldn't say that,
but it's just alleged. There is no Gurker, it's just alleged. People never got that.
Track number 2, American Teenager.
Nice guitar.
Did you hear how her voice flew in like an angel?
Yes. Great line.
Yeah.
Nice pickup, eh?
Yeah.
What a voice! Incredible voice.
That guitar in the back.
This must be a big one.
It's the biggest.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's it.
Beautiful. I can see why that's the. I think that's the biggest track on there.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I need some fucking liquor.
I mean, there's booze in the fridge. I saw some Guinness in there.
Wow. Okay, that was absolutely amazing. That the line, There's a line here that reminds me of Bruce Springsteen's "Born in the USA," and then it's where it's
I got a Springsteen kind of powerful type of feel from that.
Yes,
a little bit, you know, maybe not Springsteen, but
that
Sam Fender,
but also a bit of the Springsteen thing. And I think that, you know what it was for me, it was like the talking about America, right, and the difficulties with America and sending people to wars that they didn't want to go to, type of that. Like, grew up under a yellow light on the street, putting too much faith in the make believe, right?
Yeah.
And another high school football team. My neighbor's brother came home in a box, but he wanted to go, but maybe it was his fault. Another red heart taken by the American Dream.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
It's too early for this.
Right, I know. It's fucking 11 in the morning and I'm crying. I'm 2 songs in.
Yeah.
We have had 2 songs with really heavy verb, and I think the verb for me is making it. I'm just going to go really deep. You're thinking I fucking smoked something, but I didn't. When you get into a book and you're so deep into it and you're not in this world, all that outer space, like the real world is the reverb.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like,
right?
Like when I'm reading, when I'm deep into a book.
I'm still fucking got tears. You gotta, this is pathetic.
No, it's fine. It's fine. When I'm reading and I get deep into a book, you know, it feels like there's a kind of a shield around me. Like just from everything going on in life, there's a little bit of a shield and I can get away. And to me, that's what the reverb represents, almost like this huge shield kind of protecting.
Yes, exactly. That and
like we're in this story
and a safe space,
and the reverb is what is keeping us in this world.
Totally feel that. Can I let's go through this, okay? So Ethel thinks her ex-lover Willoughby Tucker, who left town before the events of the album, she remembers the good times they shared and longs for him to come back home. She visits the abandoned house they would spend time in, imagining it was their own, somewhere far away from their hometown of Shady Grove, Alabama.
I see.
I love it. You know what? This reminds me, you're reading a book right now about a guy traveling across a Greyhound bus, and this is giving me like a real story vibe.
Yeah, for sure. I'm getting that. Track number 3, A House in Nebraska. These chords are so grand and
we got massive sustain.
But doesn't it feel like you're in an abandoned house playing a piano?
Yes.
Like that's the feeling you're getting?
Yeah.
When the aching sound of silence used to be your favorite song, where we found each other on a dirty mattress on the second floor.
I like that.
She's so good at painting pictures.
Totally.
If we died tonight, that I died.
You can't cry 3 tracks in a row.
Nope.
Oh, these lines are... I don't... How do people not bawl at our concerts?
We're not doing this anymore. I'm going to shut off the album.
I just pray that you're alright. I feel so alone out here.
Her voice is stunning. It really is.
Incredible.
Whoa. Nice. Look at that. Is that you?
No, that's the bass.
Oh, fuck. I thought you did the perfect bass note.
Oh, if I could hit that.
I thought you went, no. Like, holy shit. The lyrics in this song, and okay, can I go back to the stabs, okay?
Yes, you wanted me to remind you about stabbing.
Yeah, stabbing. What Ethel has done here with those single stabs. They could have been twinklets. They could have been this. They could have been chording. They could have been all this kind of stuff.
Down, yeah.
But this is somebody who is at their wits' end with love and all that kind of shit. And if you imagine yourself,
you can feel it with that stab, with that all the emotion is in that one stab.
And it's like this. You go, you're just because
it's like
you know what it is. You're too tired. That's what
to do anything else.
Yes, you're just like
fuck.
You go.
Emotionally exhausted.
It's emotionally exhausting, and with that reverb and the single stabs, that's what fucking made me just. And then the lyrics made me lose my shit. But
I would kill myself to hug you one more time.
Oh, that don't even go again.
Yeah, that line was fucked in the best possible way, but just
no, it's crazy when you've lost so many people in your life like I have, right?
Yeah,
it's tough. When it blew up to that fucking big thing, that was for me was Ethel's emotion with all that built up of the single stabs, and that was kicking that fucking piano out of the house.
Yeah, I could visualize that. That's like kind of how I felt.
Yeah, here it is. Here it. I'm down and doubt you.
And
then it's just like fucking burn this house down.
Yeah, throw a what are they called? The cocktails? Molotov cocktail and just fucking
watch that place just go up in flames.
Okay,
I don't think I this is the first album I have to say I've cried this much.
3 for 3
out of the whole 4 years. Or by the way, happy anniversary.
Is it our channel anniversary?
Yeah, 2 days ago, 4 years.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Is it really 4 years?
4 years.
I don't believe that.
YouTube sent a happy birthday.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. And thank you.
Thank you
for
guys. Sticking around.
I can't believe when I saw 4 years, I'm like, what? We're still doing this 4 years later.
Track number 4, Western Nights.
He's never looked more beautiful on his Harley in the parking lot. The neighbors beat on the walls while I'm face first in the bed.
What's going on there?
Show me how much I mean to you. I'd hold the gun if you asked me to.
Love the break between asked and me too.
If you
Yeah.
love me like you say you do, would you ask me to?
I love that too.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna leave you, baby, even if you lose what's left of your mind.
Great lines. Wow.
'Cause you know I'll be right there beside you, riding through all these western nights. Hold me across every state line.
This is the shit I drive to, eh?
I'm playing this later today.
Like this.
It's just raining today.
It's pouring rain.
I'm
I
going
know.
for a drive with this.
Yeah.
Lying in the light of the TV static.
See how she did that? It's so visual.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's crazy.
I can picture it right now. Everything she said.
Like some love blind addict, always scream.
Like I feel like we're driving with her.
Yes.
Yes, it could be okay.
Fuck. That's the cherry on top. I don't know. Those little twinklets.
They do something for
They're
you.
gonna make me cry. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going 4 for 4.
Beautiful, beautiful song.
That was phenomenal. Can I read it to you now?
Well, yeah. Let me just say from my point of view.
Okay, what's your point of view?
No, just from listening without you explaining. A lot of people say, "Oh, you have to read, and learn about the song,
The lore and all that kind of
before going into it."
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I agree with certain things. I think it helps, and like for other tracks, A House in Nebraska, that was great to learn. But this one, I felt like I just want to let me just experience it.
Yeah.
What you're going to tell me is probably going to enhance my next listen of the song.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I don't know every detail of who this character was, or this person in her life, or even if this is about her, but I was just able to visualize everything that went through, because she's such a good visualizer
yeah, with lyrics,
at painting pictures.
Western Nights tells the story of Ethel and her new man, Logan Phelps. Logan is less than kind, at times violent, but Ethel finds herself hopelessly in love with him despite his faults.
Yeah, see, so I kind of got that from the lyrics. I just didn't have a name, and I didn't know if it was Ethel or if she was speaking about a character, like, you know, putting her lyrics into two other people, explaining a relationship.
But like the powerful lines, I watched him show his love through shades of black and blue.
Yeah.
Starting fights at the bar or across the street like you do.
Well, and just in talking, like the gun line specifically, like,
yeah.
I'd hold the gun for you, but would you ask me to? Or something along those lines.
Yeah, I'd hold the gun if you asked me to, but if you love me like you say you do, would you ask me to?
Exactly.
Yeah,
like, beautiful written line.
The neighbors beat on the walls while I'm face first in the bed. Like I implied that they're making love.
That's what I thought too.
Which they are, but then it looks like then when you look at the lyrics again of like, is he abusive? And that's
you don't know what they mean by why are they banging on the wall.
Yeah.
Is it out of concern, or is it out of annoyance, or is it both? Like,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot to dive into. Tell me about Family Tree, though. This is a 7-minute track. I want to know a little bit about it.
After okay, this is fucking great. I'm glad we're doing this way. After the death of her boyfriend Logan in a police shootout following a bank robbery, Ethel finds herself on the run from the cops. Things get worse when she discovers a disturbing family secret.
Track number 5. Family Tree.
This is a fucking journey, eh?
Yeah.
Give myself up to him and offering.
Just 3 notes, 3 bass notes.
Yeah.
Let him make a woman out of me.
Yeah, that's it.
There's nothing else.
Yeah.
And Daddy said shoot first and run and don't look back.
Oh, wow, this I'll tell you the feeling this gives me big time.
Take me down to the river and bathe me clean.
That line gives me a real Springsteen. The song River. I love how lazy the snare is. Look at it's like it's had 5 Ativan. Look at
this is probably the most prominent guitar piece we've had so far.
Yeah. Yeah. We got it.
This is the pacing for an album I needed today. Like, I
totally.
It's really fitting my mood.
And Christ forgive these bones I've been hiding.
There's enough scratch.
Yeah, in her voice.
Like a couple of cigarettes in, right? Great long notes there.
What's crazy is these songs don't feel like they're 7 minutes, you know?
Was that 7?
Yeah, 7 minutes, 10 seconds.
Listen, there's your growl again. Listen. You know, I think you would be a completely natural bass player, dude.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
No, because you, like, out of all, like, lots of the albums, you always pick out the bass.
Well, I'm a big bass fan.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, like these 3 notes, or fucking I love it's super deep. You always pick out the bass parts, and it's. I don't always hear the bass parts. I
love how that song started with just 3 bass notes, and that was it for like the first like minute and a half. It was just, you know, 1, 2, 3. It felt like it was gonna end on a 4th one, but then it just didn't.
Yeah,
and then it went back and did the loop again.
Yeah. When it kicked in, though, man, that was a really, really fucking great part. The way that Ethel constructed with the 3 notes on the bass and the voice, and then just the way it felt, it gave me like southern states, really hot, dirty summer, like muggy, swampy, just that feeling, like it came out. It was just crazy how it's crazy. I don't know what you got.
No, I got similar feelings.
Yeah.
I'm getting that kind of throughout the whole album, honestly.
Yeah. Isn't that fucking the greatest gift of music is that The Weeknd does an album, House of Balloons. It feels like I'm at a subway station in New York.
Toronto.
In Toronto, yeah. Bad Bunny goes and does an album.
And we're sitting in Puerto Rico.
Or even when he did the New York one, it felt like he made it feel like New York. You know what I mean?
Like, before Puerto Rico. He's at the, is it JFK?
Yeah, I think
airport?
so. Yeah.
He's sitting there. That's the opening track to that record. Feels like you're having a party in New York, and then you take a flight over to Puerto Rico.
But it's amazing that music can do that. Just like a smell can make you think of something, and a song can make you think of a time in your life. But a song can also set a place and a feeling and emotion that you've never been to. It's like, it's crazy. I love it.
Yeah. Track 6, Hard Times.
I'll just let you know something quickly here.
Yeah.
I think I should let you know. This is closing out Act 1.
Okay.
This is a sad song.
You can already tell?
Yeah.
Hide me there under the leaf where happiness ends and dies with you.
I'm going to say it again. I love Ethel's voice.
Good guys get to be happy. In the corner on my birthday, you watch me dancing right there in the grass. Still tied to me.
I have to say, at this area of the album, I'm not tired of the reverb on the vocals.
No,
I think it's so important for this album right now.
Yeah. Well, because like we said, it's keeping us in this world that she's built.
Exactly.
And I feel like if we had a song without reverb, it would feel odd.
Yeah, where she comes right out clean vocals, right?
I mean, we'll see in the next act, maybe, but
yeah. It's funny because if I didn't read that, like, it does feel like we've just closed the chapter. Yeah. Closing out Act 1 of the album, Hard Times sees Ethel reflecting on the sexual abuse she endured from her father when she was a child, and the complicated feelings she has in regard to him. So you go back to those lyrics, right?
Yeah, they're tough to listen to.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what I assumed it was some sort of abuse. I didn't know if it was sexual or just physical or whatnot. But you could tell that, like, she mentions her father, and then she's talking about this a certain kind of love. Yeah.
And then it's Hide Me There Under the Leaves, 9 going on 18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She had, you know what I mean? You're sort of, what is it? They're going to say growing up quickly. Is that, what is it? Put into a traumatic situation at such a young age, forced her to grow up fast.
Mature, yeah.
Yeah. Act 2 of the album begins with Thoroughfare. Ethel, having to run away from home, meets charming Isaiah, who offers her a ride. Together they drive from Texas to California. Over the course of their trip, they find themselves attracted to one another. I am very intrigued by this album. I just love it.
Yeah, the storytelling.
The storytelling is just, it's something else.
All right. Track number 7, Thoroughfare. First acoustic, I think, right?
Yeah. With lots of piano.
You fell in love with America when you were 12 years old. And by 17, you knew you had to see it all. So I hopped right in, out of luck to spin, and at least your truck beats walking. And you said, hey, do you wanna see the West with me? So we made off for California to find your lover drive.
Those pads?
Cause for the first time since I was a child,
We coming back in?
I could see a man who wasn't angry.
What a great line.
He said it's been a long damn time since I left Florida. I finally know just where I'm headed.
I want to hug Ethel right now in this album, eh?
Yeah.
With your western sunshine met my. Do you wanna see the west with me?
Wow.
Great, eh?
There's love's out there and I can't leave it be.
Oh, right on.
Harmonica.
Maybe not, 'cause look at what I've got. You might
Wow.
not be my love,
Wow.
but baby, I doubt it. And you said, hey, you wanna see the west with me?
Dude, this is how you make fucking people feel emotion. Wow. Crazy.
Is the only place I think I'd ever wanna be.
This is tambourine and scat-led jam session.
Yeah, there's still a few minutes left. So.
Yeah. Oh my God. Fuck, it feels like they hit the beach in California and then they're sitting somewhere. Eh?
Yeah, just having a jam.
Just sitting jamming, yeah. Didn't find your love, but
Found a good session player.
yeah.
She's got a little bit of Fiona Apple sounding voice too here when she's doing these vocal runs.
Who? Oh, Avril?
Fiona Apple.
Oh, Fiona Apple. They said Avril. That is the fucking coolest thing. That tail end jam there was just something else.
That whole track was something else. That's probably my favorite in terms of storytelling so
Yes.
far.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, all the other ones were really vivid too, like the Nebraska house and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But that one was just, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been reading a lot of older Americana books, and it kind of just fit exactly what I've been reading. But yeah, that might be my favorite right now.
That was absolutely to start Act 2. That was amazing.
The acoustic guitar to kick it off.
Yeah.
And then
Dropping the acoustic to go to the pads. I think the cool part for me was like, I think it's crazy, but the scat
at the end.
At the end, and I'll tell you why. It was the first time in this album so far to the point that I think that we heard Ethel not within the confines of the story.
Yes, kind of just going
like
freely,
and we didn't have the reverb. It sounded like, okay, we're in the story right now. It's like when you're in a book and then you have to take a pee break and you put the book down.
Yeah.
You go for the pee break and then you come back and you get deeply back into the book. And I think that little jam session was just us. It took us away for a little bit.
Taking a short little break.
Yeah, and I think I'm hoping that now we're going to go back into the book.
Well, let's see. You want to read a little bit about it?
Sure, yeah. After Ethel arrives in California with Isaiah, he begins to pimp her out in the back of strip clubs and feed drugs to her on the regular. Ethel begins to lose sense of reality. The title refers to Charles Dana Gibson and the woman he famously drew, often considered the pinnacle of American beauty standards.
Track 8, Gibson Girl. Kind of right back into it.
Yeah. This has been a treat, man, and a half already.
You wanna love me right now? You wanna get alone with me? You wanna get my clothes off and hurt me? Cold-blooded, so it takes more time to bleed.
Really cool vocal effects.
Yes. I didn't know we were going to go dark after the last track.
I thought it was going to get happier.
Yeah, there was going to be surfing and stuff.
Beach Boys.
And if you hate me, please don't tell me. Just let the lights be.
snare is so...
Yeah. You know, in the verses, it was so dry, nothing.
Yeah.
Now it's...
Well, and her vocals are back to reverb.
Yeah.
The guitar work on this album is
I'm loving it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
It comes in at the right time, just enough.
Yeah. And nice elongated notes.
Yes.
Not like sweep picking or...
Yeah, super fast.
Yeah.
It fits the atmosphere.
Yeah. Whew.
Until you read me the synopsis of that song, I thought we were going to go in a similar direction. I thought we were going to have a little bit of a happier part in the story after being picked up and going to the West Coast. But it took a darker turn after that. And
I'm glad I read that because I thought she went to the Guitar Center in California
got a Gibson,
and got herself a Gibson Les Paul.
Was a Gibson girl, and
she started playing and then
surfing.
Yeah, but it didn't. It turned really, really dark, and that was another
very
great,
cool vocal effects on that one.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, man.
Track number 9, Ptolemaea.
So I'll give you, under the influence of Isaiah's drugs, Ethel begins to hallucinate. She confronts the darkness.
I see.
It's an eerie foghorn sound.
I followed you in. I was with you there. I invited you in. Twice I did. You looked like 2 nights.
I like this right here. This is hypnotic to me.
Yeah, well, she's in this psychedelic trance, right? Or something like that? Or a psychotic
hallucination.
There's nothing you can do.
This reminds me of fucking Stranger Things right now. No, it wasn't Stranger Things. The other one where they have the office up and down.
Severance?
Severance, yeah. Holy shit. That is some serious dirt. Great sustain. Holy shit.
Yeah, you know, I didn't. It's crazy because Act 1 was dark.
Yeah.
But in a sad and somber way.
Yes.
Act 2 is dark in a I'm fucking terrified type of way. Like, I'm scared. Great track.
Man.
Very left field song from what we're used to on this record. But I think it kind of didn't feel like it didn't fit or anything. You know, it worked well.
Yeah.
Especially with the darkness on Act 2.
Yeah. I don't think this album is going to have, from, you know, already read a little bit about it, but I don't think it's going to have this happy ending that I'm hoping for Ethel, right? And then
probably not. Interesting. We got 2 tracks that are 3 minutes in a row. Isn't that crazy? That's a regular.
What do you mean 3-3-3?
No, just 3 minutes. Like they're 3 minutes 40 seconds, and then the next track is 3 minutes and 3 seconds.
Oh wow!
Yeah, look at that. Like it's like that
crazy.
Feels like so rare on this album.
Okay, I have to read you this.
August Underground.
Yeah, so Ethel wastes away in the attic of an abandoned shack in the woods of Northern California as Isaiah reveals his truest nature. She accepts her fate and faces the end. The title is a reference to the infamous pseudo snuff film of the same name. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that movie.
Okay, track number 10, August Underground.
This is instrumental? I got no lyrics.
Yeah, it looks like instrumental.
Okay, I gotta close my eyes for this one, because then I gotta picture this, right? I just hope there's no sudden screaming like that huge one.
Yeah, if it stays like this, I can save this, and this can be my sleeping music.
I was just gonna say, you know what? If this stays like this, I'm adding it to my Gregorian chants. It's crazy, because if she knows that her fate, what her fate is, right? Mm-hmm. She's gone into this peaceful place to accept it. It seems like through her vocalizations, there's no screaming. It's more of a... Okay, well, fuck me.
Yeah, you're wrong. What's the next track about?
Ethel,
Does it have lyrics though?
She died. No lyrics. She died, and her ascension to heaven is portrayed through piano and ambient noise.
Okay.
This is a fucking
absolute wild album.
Wild album. Is that the shot? Was that a gunshot?
It's possibly the gunshot. Yeah, they flow beautifully into each other.
I feel really sad for Ethel. As you get to know somebody through the album, a character.
Yeah.
And everything they've gone through. And if this is the ascension. I listen to a lot of piano music, Connor, and you can hear the keys. I'm not sure if it's the key. You hear that noise?
Yeah.
I think it's so beautiful they keep that.
Keep that in.
Yeah. It's like the squeaking of the strings. It's in a day of AI and a bunch of shit that's going on like that. I love hearing the organic
human touch.
Oh, we're moving on, right? We're getting some static. You hear how we went from microphones? It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
We went from a real closed-up microphone in the cabinet to like one that's across the room. I just want to clarify, you have hiss as well, right?
No, that's your ears. So we had death and an ascension there.
Yeah.
So what does that bring us to? What is sun-bleached flies?
In heaven, Ethel makes peace with her death and reflects on her life, her family, and the man she never stopped loving, Willoughby.
So this is in heaven,
Yeah.
this next track.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Track 12.
With vocals.
Sun-bleached flies.
Oh my God, like her first two lines, it's like, it's so visual for me.
I know, I can already picture it.
Yeah, it happens daily here. I always help them, though.
Yeah, I let them outside.
So do I know.
Sun-bleached flies sitting in the window sill, waiting for the day they escape. Their babies are always changing while they're breathing in the poison of the pain.
What a great line.
God loves you, but not enough to save you. So baby girl, good luck taking care of yourself.
Love the pause.
That was good, eh?
That's why I can never go back home.
There's parts like that. She sounds like Dolores from the Cranberries.
Must be my life, but I don't mind, 'cause that's how my daddy raised me. And if it's meant to be, then it will be. If it's meant to be, then it will be.
the outro, we just go to Ethel. This is right here. I'll probably lose my shit, but.
By the highway, out on the edge of town.
Who's this song dedicated to again? What's the guy's name?
Willoughby? Maybe, I think so.
Well, I was interested because her album coming out in a month and a bit is called Willoughby, I'll Always Love You.
Oh, wow.
So there's definitely a storyline going on.
What am I at for?
Tears? 5 tears. Well, more tears than that, but
How many tracks?
5 tracks, I believe you've had tears.
That's fucking pathetic.
That was a beautiful track. I kind of got lost in it. I was just I wasn't reading all the lyrics on that one. It was so ethereal and it did feel like someone speaking from above, you know.
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, if you're a believer or a non-believer or whatever you believe in life, to think of Ethel thinking of being in church again and her love and being in the house in Nebraska and stuff like that. That's, for me, it hits home hard when you've lost so many people and you think, are they thinking that,
Yeah.
Why did you all recommend this?
I don't know. What was it you guys wanted?
You want to just fuck me up or what? On a Sunday, and it's what's crazy? It's Sunday today, and there's a lot of talk of church.
That's a religious day, right? Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's talking about this. She's talking about listening to the choir and shit.
Okay, we'll go to the final track. I guess because you cried on 5 tracks.
I don't even want to read this one. Why is this
What
real?
does it say?
Is this real? Like, is it murdered and cannibalized by Isaiah? Ethel says her final goodbyes to her mother from beyond the grave.
I guess so.
That's fucking like
Dark.
That's very dark. Okay.
I thought because was there not a gunshot in one of them?
Well, she was in heaven.
Yeah, but in August Underground, I thought it was. Oh, well, I guess you could still be cannibalized after murder.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that, like, maybe he shot her, but
fuck, this is
track 13, Strangers. There was a speech like that in the beginning, the opening track, right?
Yeah.
In your basement, I grow cold. Thinking back to what I was always told. Don't talk to strangers, or you might fall in love.
Well, that ties to the meeting of going west.
You devour like smoke, bovine hide. How funny, I never considered myself to.
Those lines, you devour like smoke, bovine hide. How funny, I never considered myself tough. You're so handsome, walking over me now. Tough is like he's eating her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yours, can I be yours when my mother sees me on the side of a milk carton, and when Dixie's dairy out, she'll cry.
What a line. Holy shit.
That would be like what, a missing poster?
No, on the milk cartons.
Yeah.
On the side of the milk cartons. So hopefully he gets food poisoning and dies. Hey?
Yeah.
Or chronic lifetime diarrhea.
Yeah, am I making you feel sick?
Yeah.
Don't worry about me and these green eyes, Mama, just know that I love you. I'll see you when you get here.
Wow. That was
A story and a half.
That was an incredible journey. I don't know if I felt that way before.
You now understand all the recommendations to check out this record and why people wanted you to hear it.
Fuck, insane, man. murdered and cannibalized. Like I thought when we had the ascension to heaven, we're done. And then the sadness, and then it comes to here. But that last, you know what I love about the very last line of that is that in Strangers, where she's talking to her mom here at the very, very end, that vocally we totally dropped the reverb.
Everything. I think that was the first time we had no reverb.
It was completely clean, and she was just, I'll see you when you're here. Yeah. Like it was so.
It's like spoken directly.
Spoken directly to her mom. Like, right? Did you expect that?
No, I didn't think it would be that intense. I didn't think it would be that vivid. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest, because I don't know much about Ethel Cain. I just know that she was highly recommended to us.
Wow.
So it's hard to, I kind of went in like the way that you said you tried to cleanse yourself of all thoughts, because people were...
Dip me in the river and clean me,
Yeah. People were hyping up the album to you. It was one of our number one recommended on the Excel sheet that you have.
Yeah.
And, you kind of tried to wipe all your memory and anticipation out of that just to go in fresh. I kind of did the same. I knew it was critically acclaimed. I can't believe Fantano gave it a 2. That's
what?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know what he gave it.
Oh, holy shit. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Anthony.
I'm like, how can you fucking do that?
I actually don't know what he gave it.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just...
Like, what?
I wanted to see how you would react to that.
I was like, Jesus, fuck. A 2.
No, that was an incredible record. And
absolutely incredible.
I'll be re-listening for sure. She's coming to Vancouver soon, so we got to try to find our way in that.
Yeah. I think we'll do you know what we do
Trench
is
coat?
No, we'll do those emergency suits all in white they had for COVID, right? And then you're fully covered and shit like that. And then we'll just get fake badges made, right?
But what? People will think there's some type of emergency plague happening.
Most likely thing would be to go in as plumbers because there was a shitter that was filled.
Yeah, there's a toilet.
Yeah, there's 2 overflowed toilets. We're here. Okay, guys, go in.
Yeah, we can get. I can order on.
I just wear the cover.
Yeah, you're good actually. You look like a bit like a plumber. I had a great time this morning and afternoon. We've gone through both.
How long is that one? We've
been on here for a couple hours.
Yeah. Wow. It did. You know what? I'll tell you. It did not. It seems like 60 minutes to me.
Yeah. It didn't feel like
we've been on a couple hours.
2 and a bit. Yeah.
Wow. Incredible.
I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my dad cry a bunch. No, I hope you liked the record. If you haven't given it a listen on your own, go do that. If you want to see this video uncut on Patreon, you can check it out. It's $2-something a month, and you get access to all our videos and some bonus content in the Discord server. So all that fun stuff is over there. That's linked in the description. And yeah, we'll see you soon with more album reactions. A lot to catch up on, so we'll be around. Take care, guys. Much love.
Ciao.
Peace.